gaze at the sky and try to guess what it's all about. Then we will figure out why the world is round. We'll be as happy and contented as birds upon a tree, high above the mountains and sea. We'll build and we'll cool, and sorrow will never come. Oh, will it ever come true? A room with a view. Happy and contented as birds upon a tree, high above the mountains and sea. We'll build and we'll cool, and sorrow will never come. Oh, will it ever come true? A room with a view. A room with a view.
en el apéndice que es uno. La secuencia muestra una sorpresa adicional que provocó que expertos aseguraran que el accidente se produjo luego que un ovni o un misil rozara levemente contra una de las alas del caso. En esta imagen se aprecia como un objeto alargado pasa por debajo de la aeronave en dirección contraria y a una velocidad similar, lo cual, según los expertos, pudo haber causado una alteración de la carga aerodinámica que provocó que los pilotos perdieran el control. Aunque algunos expertos aseguran que se trata de un misil tierra-aire, para otros no cabe duda que se trata de un tipo de ovni conocido como tabaco, que pasó inadvertidamente sobre el lugar. En esta otra imagen, cuando ya el avión viene en franca picada, otro objeto similar pasa cerca suyo, en la misma dirección y con la misma velocidad del primero, aumentando el misterio sobre su origen. Por ahora, los dos pilotos que sobrevivieron al eyectarse del avión son los únicos que pueden aclarar la verdad sobre si hubo ovnis en el cielo ucraniano ese día, versión que parece confirmarse ante la decisión de sus superiores de separarlos totalmente, luego que se conoció el nuevo video del accidente.
Now, has this been released to the public?
No, not yet.
And the government knows you have this?
I don't know if the government knows.
The military?
I don't know if anyone knows.
As
Here's
in-
what I know so far. Several months ago, I was given a box of 400 color Kodachrome slides that appear to have been taken over a 10-year period starting in the mid-1940s. Two of the slides show what appears to be a small, thin body with a large head in a glass case. All of the photos are part of a collection that belonged at one point to Hilda Blair Ray and her husband Bernard. There aren't many people still alive who knew Hilda and Bernard, but I have been able to piece a few things together. The Rays had no children. They traveled extensively from their home in Midland, Texas, where Hilda was an attorney and an amateur pilot, and Bernard a geologist working in the oil industry. In 1946, Bernard was the president of the West Texas Geological Society. Mixed in with dozens of vacation shots are several unique color photos from the 1948 National Air Races in Cleveland, Ohio, and the 1948 U.S. Open Golf Tournament in Los Angeles. They captured rare color shots of Sam Snead and even Bing Crosby and Clark Gable. There are also stunning close-up shots of then General Eisenhower on a victory whistle-stop tour following World War II. There are dozens more photos that together paint a picture of a very interesting, well-traveled, and possibly well-connected couple. And then there are these last two photos that just don't seem to fit with the rest of the collection. Now, I'm a sports guy. I cover sports for a living. I'm not making any claims as to what exactly is in these two slides. The story is still coming together, but at this point I can comfortably say that the slides are unaltered originals and that they were taken between 1939 and 1949. The body is exceptionally thin and is between 36 and 48 inches long. The head appears to be larger than its torso and has some very unusual features. I'm starting to show the slides to people, having them examined by experts in photography and forensics and anthropology.
It'd be hard to fake the design of the slide, the stamps, all that other stuff on here. I mean, it'd be really, really hard to fake that or duplicate that if you were trying to.
I even showed them to Neil deGrasse Tyson, who understandably was less than convinced.
So, okay, so maybe it's a real alien that landed. Fine. I don't have a problem with that. Come back later when you got it.
Fair enough, Dr. Tyson. And then there's this guy, who was an Army lieutenant at Roswell Air Force Base in July of 1947.
It looks identical, or a good copy. If this is a copy, I just say, if this is a copy, they did pretty good.
It looks like what we think an alien would look like, what we've been conditioned by pop culture to think an alien's supposed to look like. Right. Well, what's interesting is that that didn't become popular until the 60s. That image of the big head, the big eyes, the super small body didn't become popular until the 60s. And so these slides date, though, to the late 1940s. We've had an expert from Kodak vet them, and they do date to the late 1940s.
But what do we know about them? We know it's become the biggest problem in our society today. In fact, each one of us in this room is affected by it one way or another.